Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Let's Talk Grief. This is your host, Lakecia Lockridge. And this is the City of Hearts, where we deep dive into real conversations, where we explore raw emotions, and we have honest discussions. Tonight, I am so excited. I'm so excited because I have my crew, my girls, my amazing, phenomenal women, and co authors of Love Language of Grief with me tonight. I'm so excited for us to celebrate our milestone and just recap and revisit our journey. And so we wanted to bring it along with you. And just celebrate. So, without further ado, I will introduce each and every one of these beautiful ladies and y'all welcome them to the stage. Let's start with Miss Keisha Brown.
Woo, woo.
Hey, Keish.
Hey, love. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired.
I know, right? You've been going strong. I just saw you on the other live. Keep going, girl.
I'm trying. I'm trying to be like Miss
Yes.
Angela. Where Miss Angela at?
Angela's not with us tonight. She wasn't feeling her best, but she's with us in
Okay.
spirit, and we gonna definitely rep her as well.
That's right.
Yes. So why don't you tell the people who you are and give them the title of your chapter.
What is the title of my chapter? Let me see. I done wrote so much. My child, I wrote about my Previver experience. My name is Keisha
Mhm.
Brown, and I wrote about me being a Previver and the journey that I took, that I had to go through, not losing my breast, but having the surgery of a bilateral double mastectomy. Because oftentimes don't look at grief we look at grief as losing a loved one or maybe a pet, but we never really look at grief in the lens of our body. So I decided to write about that topic because it was something that I recently had went through.
Yes. Well, thank you. And we got so many of us with us tonight. I'm so excited about that. So we gonna
Yes.
keep on moving. We're gonna bring the next person on. But before I bring her on, let me just say that not YouTube, but Instagram, I do apologize for the technical difficulties tonight. So we won't be on Instagram, but you can always go back to YouTube or Facebook. So
Yes.
yeah, because as we were coming in, Instagram was just cutting up, and I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's scratch it. All right, so
Good thing. Good choice.
we have with us Quiet Storm, and that name says a lot.
Does it, girl?
It does. So she is definitely quiet, but
I
when
ain't
she
too glad,
does
man.
speak, she becomes a real storm. How are you tonight, girl?
I'm doing wonderful. Hey, Keisha.
Yay. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Thank you.
So tell the people the name of your chapter. Don't give them too much because we got to let them buy the book now, but just
Gotcha.
give them the name of your chapter and, whatever else you want to tell the world. We celebrating you tonight, girl.
Well,
Come
the name
on,
of
give
my
it to me.
chapter is, you know what? I'm chapter 2. So my chapter is Motherless Child, and I just basically wrote about my experience, my mental during the loss of my mother.
Yes. And let me tell y'all, oh my God, it's she know how to pull on your heartstrings for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm gonna give y'all. Y'all gotta go buy the book.
Uh-huh.
So next, I am bringing in with us tonight Miss Tracy Wilson.
What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
Tracy.
Hey,
Hey,
How
sis.
y'all
Tracy.
doing? Hi. What's up?
We're
What's up?
wonderful. So Tracy,
Congratulations. morning.
We're good.
Yeah, I heard her. She said congratulations.
Oh,
you. Congratulations.
I mean, I'm saying congratulations. Y'all look amazing. Y'all
Thank
look
Thank
you.
you.
amazing.
So tell them the name of your chapter.
Ooh, I am chapter 7. A mother's love is my chapter, and
Yes.
it speaks on my journey in losing both of my children.
And you can stop right there because they're going to have to
That's
go and
it, because I
purchase
need
the
them to buy the book. Buy the
Yes.
book. Buy the book. Buy the book. Buy the book.
All right. Well, we got Miss Esmery. Let me
Hello,
tell
lady.
hello,
Hey.
hello.
congratulations, lady.
Congratulations to us. We did that.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, super
So
proud of us.
yeah. So what do you want to tell the people tonight? And you definitely got to tell them the name of your title, your chapter, but you tell them whatever else you want to tell them because tonight we don't have any formalities. We celebrate.
Well, I am S. Marie. My chapter is chapter 9. It is a life embrace the giant Ontario Lamar Burks, who is my nephew who passed away this year.
Yes.
Yeah, so it
And
was
it was
a journey.
beautifully wrote. I felt like I knew him, and I fell in love with him through your words. So
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
he
you.
all about nephew now.
That's
Mhm.
right. Watching over us all, causing havoc every step.
Yes. Now I'm gonna definitely bring in our hurricane of the group, Miss Danny,
Hey
Author
y'all.
Danny.
Hey, Miss Danny.
Congratulations, beautiful.
Congratulations to my wonderful new and improved nieces, because now that we got through that, y'all look like y'all woosawed a little bit. My old friends, my lifelongs, my day ones, y'all know who y'all are and y'all know who y'all are to me, and we are now connected for life. Congratulations. Thank
Yes,
God for you. Thank God for your yes, and thank God for your stories. We did that, y'all. Come on now.
yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We did that. We did
And that
that.
was it was
I am
definitely
author
a journey.
Danny. Yes,
Come
yes. I
on,
am author
come on.
Danny, for those of you out in grammar land and book land, and all of the rest of the lands out there on socials. I'm author Danny. I believe I'm chapter 4. The name of my chapter is "I Wish I Hadn't Loved You," um, and it's deep. It's deep, y'all. That's like all of our stuff is deep, but it
Mhm.
gives you a little twist and it takes you to a little turn. But yeah, you got to read the book. You got to
You
buy the
gotta
book.
read the book. Gotta
Buy the
read the
book. Buy
book.
the book.
Gotta read
Yes, gotta read the book. So, ladies, tonight I wanna I just want us to relax, relate, release, and talk about the journey. From beginning till now. Also we definitely gotta let you know. I'm gonna let you know now, in the middle and in the end. We are still very close to number one bestseller. So we need y'all to come on through and help us get there. Help us get there by the ebook. It's
Come
only
through, y'all. Come
2.99.
through.
Come through, scroll through, read a
Come
couple of
through.
chapters or read a chapter, read a couple of paragraphs, but leave your review, a
Mhm.
great review at the end so we can get to the
Mhm.
bestseller. We on this road, we on this journey. We're so close that we just need your support. We need our family and friends to come through. The strangers been coming
Mhm.
through now, so
it. They
come on,
sure
family and
have.
friends. Y'all come through now.
Yes.
Come through. So tonight
Oh yeah.
I do want to also tell y'all that Miss Patricia was unable to be with us, and Angela was unable to be with us tonight, but we definitely want to keep them here in spirit because we're celebrating them as well. So tell me, y'all, how was I as a visionary leader for y'all?
Awesome.
You want the truth?
I want the truth. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want the truth. And we gonna start with you, Keisha.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
You put me in a hot seat.
Mm.
Well,
You did that to yourself. I ain't gonna listen. I'm just gonna say
I
you did that to yourself, Keisha.
I sure did.
Next time you'll do this, right? Next time you'll do this and hide out in the corner.
Exactly like I normally do. I would say you definitely a boss, babe. You definitely a leader. And I loved how you kept us all engaged when we all had our own stuff going on and life was happening, and we were all doing our other projects and stuff. You would draw us back in, and that's the one thing I appreciated about you.
Oh.
Yeah, because I needed that. I needed those messages and the inspirational quotes, from Danny and you, and because you never know what people are going through behind closed doors.
Absolutely.
So I know I smile and I look good and all that, but honey, life gets rough sometimes, and so even the strongest need somebody. So
Absolutely.
I appreciate just being a part of the project. The stories were amazing. It was so amazing that I felt like my little story just got lost, honey. It was so touching. It was so profound to me. Quiet Storm, honey. I can't even. I read your story today. Because I could only read a chapter at a time because it's that heavy, it's that, powerful. And I really felt like I was there, like you took me there with you. And I know I'm jumping off this the original question.
Look, I thought I was gonna have to mute your mic, but no. Well, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry. I just thought about it. I'm like, oh crap, she didn't ask me all that.
No, but talk about it. This is what this is for. We're celebrating tonight. Talk about it. And we're also gonna do some Q&A. And I'm gonna let you get through, but we're gonna also do some Q&A.
All into that yet. But Lakecia, back to you. You're amazing. You are amazing. And I really feel like, I know we talked behind the scenes, and I really feel like another book, another volume needs to come out of this. This is a beginning of something legendary. And that's what I was getting today, was just like, okay, I know she said she may not be doing this again, but honey, the responses are commanding for more.
Yeah.
And that's just my 2 cents. So I'm gonna
Thank
shut up.
you, girl. Now, look, I had a whole meltdown our last interview. Please don't make me cry tonight, y'all.
Go ahead and cry.
But I do want to engage our audience. Miss Shamika Williams, good evening to you, and thank you for tuning in to our celebration of the love language of grief finally dropping. It is here, and Lord knows we put some work in, some blood, some sweat, some tears, a lot of tears, but we got it accomplished. So I'm gonna scroll on over here to my auntie in his corner with his head on. What was your journey?
You like my hat?
I love your hat. You know I love that hat.
There you go.
But what was it,
baby?
What was it like working with me as the visionary author of this project? How And you don't have to just be all nice to me. You can give me auntie mode tonight because you know you'll get me together in private, right? But how was it working with me as the visionary author?
Well, like I told you from day one, I'm a nice person. I love God's people. I really, really do. But I've had a rough life. I've been through some things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from doomed in the womb, in the womb, church hurt, the whole nine. Yeah, I've been there. So uh, people always give me that either they love me or they can't take me, and but I'm the same way. It's like I'll treat you with respect and I'll treat you with kindness, but I don't take everybody under my wing. I'll respect you, but I will let you stand where you're at respectively. you know I took you under my wing, and I took you under my wing because from day one we clicked. And if you remember correctly, maybe not even a week later, a couple of days after, you did the author call, I reached out to you and I said to
Mhm.
you, hey, look, transparency moment. This is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is da 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 da, boom boom bang. Is that going to be a problem? If that's not going to be a problem, then we good. If that's going to be a problem, see you later. Before
You
we
did that.
get in deep with this, but I did. I did. And
Yeah.
that's just how I am. And, Tracy and Keisha know me a little longer and know me a lot better than, the other ladies in the group. But they'll tell you, Danny's cool as a cucumber. But, if I don't mess with you, I don't mess with you. But I don't take everybody and call them family. I don't allow everybody to put my spirit in a familiar or familial way. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another spirit that you have to take on. But
Right.
if I'm allowing you to make me the auntie, obviously it's because I see something in you that A needs my nurturing, that B deserves my nurturing, and I don't mind nurturing you. So in those times when I needed you to nurture me, you nurtured me. And in those other times when
Mhm.
you needed me to nurture you, I nurtured you. And that made this a really, really good thing. It made it more than a business deal, if you may. Or
Yeah.
let's get together and write this book and just, be people writing a book together. Like it never felt formal. It always
Right.
felt comfortable. And you did that. You did that.
Well,
Your
I
spirit did
thank
that, baby
you,
girl.
Auntie Danny, because I will tell anybody, and you are right. They either gone. It's no gray area with you. It's either they gonna love you or they just can't take you, and that's what I love about you because regardless of what, you are true to yourself. And I told you from day one, I admire that. And but what I also
Mhm,
admire is the fact that I can go in that group and say something, and she
mhm.
can read in between the lines. And I ain't got to worry about a text message because I'm gonna get a phone call. Get a phone call. Just like when I was in the hospital, um,
Mhm.
she was right there, like
I
niece.
laid her behind out. I'm like, excuse me, am I not supposed to be your
Absolutely.
auntie? So why am I finding out like this that you're sick? What's going on?
Yes.
But that's how I am. When I love people, when I care about people, Keisha will tell you, Tracy will tell you. Look, I'll feel y'all spirit before y'all even reach out, before y'all even put something up on the group, and y'all will get a text or y'all get an inbox from me. Hey, what's up? You good? Uh-oh, what happened? What
Are
happened?
you leaving?
Oh,
You still
StreamYard went in
here?
and out. Um, am I here?
Yeah,
Oh
you
no, we
still
Yeah,
still
here?
here?
you here?
Yeah. I
Oh,
think
okay. Because it blanked
there
out.
she go.
What happened?
it again.
Is it me or is it on my end? Is it on my end?
It's you.
I think it's on your
I don't
end.
know. We blinked in and out.
It's you.
Mm.
So
I
we
don't know
gonna
what's
go on
going
to
on,
Miss
but my
S
screen is
Marie
blinking in and out.
while you fix that. While you fix that, I see we gonna go on to Miss S Marie over here because S. Marie
Okay,
is
you
so
go on to
silent.
Marie, and I'll figure this out. Well, it looked like it
Okay.
calmed down, but anyway, go on to Miss Marie anyway, baby.
All right. Hey, Jazz. Thank you for tuning in. So, S. Marie,
Yes,
you,
ma'am.
you so
Hmm.
smooth with it. She's so smooth. She the smooth operator. Cause she don't see all of the messages in the group chat. But she only slide in when it's necessary. She slides so and she gracefully just bow on back out. And so I call her the smooth operator. So tell me, how was it for you working with me as a visionary author? I just I don't know, I guess because I never really kind of asked those questions or really just kind of, I just the project was like, I can't put words to it, y'all. And I'm an author, but I can't put words to it. It was just like I woke up every morning like, okay, this, and that, and then for the, when I felt like someone wasn't there, I'm jumping in your ear. I'm like, hey, you okay? You all right? Come on back to us, or it was just when I said something to mine, I just go, you know. But I always go with compassion, with empathy, and I'm a nurturer by it. I
Right.
can't help it. So I came in. I know sometimes I was like Big Mama, and then, but a lot of people, it's hard for a lot of people to work together with so many different personalities. So this is the purpose behind my question, because I really want you guys to be, authentic and give me your honest feedback, because I know that this will not be my last project, and I hope this will not be my last time working with you all. So I enjoy, the feedback, because I want to know where I can grow and where I need to work on things. So, S. Marie, you take the floor and you tell me, how was I as the visionary author of this project in
I
your
think
eyes?
I think you're amazing. Danny alluded to a little bit, but you also did as well. It was the personalization that you gave to us. So for me, yes, you put things in the chat, and I'm not a chatty Cathy. Like I speak when spoken to, or I might like something, but like to do a whole lot of words, that's not me. However, what I loved is that you took the time to send personal messages, because I think you gathered that, like, okay, she's quiet. I mean,
Yeah.
literally within the past 3 months, I just put my face on Facebook. I've just been, behind the scenes. That's how I am. But I love the fact that you made this, like Danny said, not just about business. You put your own personal Lakecia spin on it. You called, you text, you engaged, multiple times. And even when you were having your moments, you still found time to check on us. And that's what real leaders do. There's a difference between being a boss and being a leader. And what you exemplified to me was leadership. And again, you personalized it because it was very genuine. I'm a very genuine person. I do believe in signs and people, and you can't let everybody be in your circle. And it was really good for me because it was a good experience, being that my circle is really small. So to engage with you, and then obviously to connect with the other ladies, it just felt really good. And I think that through you and your spirit and your goodness, you can just see it. And for me personally, I felt like your belief in God was really driving it, because when you have someone who is, anointed in their own way, and then you're trying to write about something that is very painful. Because remember, when we had our original conversation, my nephew had just died in February.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't know, I don't know. And just prior to that, I had lost 8 people within the last 6 months of 2023. So just encountering you and just feeling your good vibe and your positive attitude. And I told you, every time I see a picture or we were in a meeting or something, it was the smile for me. So that just made it all worthwhile to just step out on faith and, jump into this project. I just love it. And I have to throw this out. Like, I had an opportunity to, meet Danny, and she literally means what she says. She is raw. But I see the
Yes.
connection and the same experience you had with her, I've been able to have with her. So, again, under your leadership, I've been able to extend my circle a little bit. And I pray that I continue to do that because you guys are some fabulous ladies. And I've looked on your social media and quiet storm girl. You quiet, but you not. Like, let's be clear.
Right.
I feel like you knew the people
Okay.
in. What you saying, Danny?
No, I said okay.
Right. So just looking at it, and I mean, Keisha, you are all like, you're out there, like you're moving and you're shaking. And Tracy, like being on the last interview with you, just everything that you've been through. Oh my God, right. Phenomenal, Jasmine. Like it's just, you brought together a phenomenal crew, and only good leaders do that. So I'll leave it at that.
Yes, because don't make me cry over here. I done told you I'm not crying tonight. But yes, we connected. The connection that we had, we both were in the midst of grieving. Like I
Yes.
buried my grandfather in February. You lost your nephew in February. And that was heavy for both of us,
Yeah.
but to see how we both persevered and pressed through. I know it was days I didn't want to get up. Like I don't want to do I don't even want to do life right now. But
Right.
the encouraging words, or I jump in the empowered authors group and you'll put something in there and it'll just inspire me and I get up and grab my journal, things of that nature. It was just like I took bits and pieces from each and every one of you. Danny was the authenticity for me. Keisha, it's that fire. You're a fireball. It's the fire for me. Quiet storm, that girl is not quiet. She is not quiet.
She's
We
quiet.
know. We know. We know she ain't quiet. She be
Not,
tweeting it,
not
but we know.
quiet.
We know
But
better,
that's
bro.
my
Mm,
heart. I love her dearly. And
mm.
I'm finna give you in my sis over there a chance to speak. Because I actually speak with them more than anybody because they gonna check on me. They
Mm.
gonna check on me. They were really all of you played your parts, but for me it was like, especially when I went through the moment of having the heart attack. Those two right there, I was like, are y'all getting any sleep? Like, can y'all go to work and do something? I'm okay. Like, but they wouldn't let up, and I appreciate it. I love them for that because they don't know how much they held me up in that moment.
Mm.
They really held me up, and I greatly appreciate that. So, without me saying too much more, Tracy, how was the project for you?
I was working. Well, I'm about to make you cry, so it don't even matter. You better get your tissue ready. So
Here you
it don't
go.
matter. Um, you are the epitome of what grace looks like. Okay. Um, you to work to have to put together this in such a way while going through your own grief is it speaks volumes on you. And so I was hesitant at first when Danny brought it to me because I didn't want to be vulnerable in that moment, right? And then it was after I talked to you and I gave you a little bit of the story, and it kind of like I felt your empathy for me, but then you was like, I'm not gonna push you, but I think you should tell your story. So it wasn't like you put it. It didn't take much persuasion because after I saw the vision, I was like, yeah, it's time. But it was your words of encouragement. Um, and yes, when you got sick, I was getting ready to get in my car and pull up on you. I really was. You know,
Yes, she
um,
was.
I was getting ready to pull up, and Danny will tell you, I don't like to drive, honey. I like to be driven. I like somebody to drive me. I like to be on the passenger side. I do not, but honey, whether I was gonna drive like Miss Daisy, but I was gonna drive to you and pull up on you. But your
And that's for years, y'all. I know Tracy for 30 years. She don't drive. She like being driven.
Oh, you don't even know. Like Tracy was about to pull up, Daddy was about to pull up, Autumn was halfway here. Like Quiet
yeah, we
Storm
was
was
we was
halfway
we was,
here.
we was gonna pull up, and your faith, my God, like
Mm-hmm.
your walk with God is so powerful, beyond measure.
Mm-hmm.
And even in the midst of you going through your own personal storm, the encouragement that you gave us, even up in so much as last night, and I'm gonna share this with y'all. So I was having a real bad panic attack last night. And this girl right here stayed on, and I don't have panic attacks. I really didn't start having them until after I lost my oldest son, right? And I had a real bad anxiety panic attack last night. And she stayed on the phone with me, and she said, "Are you home?" And I said, "I'm home." And I said, "Just talk to me for a second so I could just," she said, "I want you to breathe." And it was something in her voice at that moment. So it wasn't about business. It wasn't about the book. It was about me being safe. You know what I'm saying? And she made me safe because I was on the ledge and my vertigo was acting up. It was all kinds of craziness going on last night. And I was like, Lord, I don't need to have a vertigo spell. I don't even like this vertigo person. And who is it? Why are you attacking me right now? But she
Yeah.
just calms me down to the point where by the time I got off the phone with her, I was able to go to sleep. And when I say I went to sleep with the cell phone in one hand and a cookie in the other. It was like I just knocked out sleep. Like, and I woke up and was like, "Oh my goodness, what in the?" And then I was like, "Who was I on the phone with?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, that was Sister Pooh." But I want you to keep going. And
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna make you cry. I was not playing with that. And
And look, I'm sitting over here like, oh,
I
Tracy.
I carry you in my spirit, and I pray for you every day. And I pray that God gives you the courage and and open doors for you that no man can close because
Thank you,
you
sis.
are simply amazing, and I love
Thank you. It it's deeper than just a
you.
project for me. It's like I've gained family members, literally. Like y'all stuck with me and don't
Absolutely.
even know it. You know. Um.
Mm-mm. Mm.
Now this one right here, I saved her for last for a reason because I'm gonna give y'all a backstory. Yup, I'm coming with the backstory. So me and Quiet Storm were great friends in junior high school,
Mm.
but we went to different high schools and adulthood took us in, opposite directions. And so we reconnected through this project. And I feel like
Mm.
I got my sister back, like now this the one who goes to play hide and seek. Now you the smooth operator, S. Marie. You'll slide in and slide out when necessary. But this one goes and play hide and seek. And I literally have to go seek her out. But when I tell you the just reconnecting and rebuilding the bond that we had, it's like it never went away,
Mm.
So I'm like, we got a project accomplished together, like we locked in for life now, girl. We on paper together. We on paper together. And
Right.
then for Tracy, I met Tracy through Miss Danny. Miss Danny introduced us, but Tracy is my big sister now. Like every morning, it's like good morning, sis, or I'll call and be like, what you doing? I'm
Mhm.
at work, girl, but that's my sister now. Like it has grew
Mm.
beyond just the project itself. Miss Patricia, we can't leave Miss Patricia out because that is the prayer warrior of the group. She keep us all covered in prayer. And when I call on her, I'll be like, Miss Patricia, she say, I got you. That's it. That's all. And Baby, when I tell you she has us covered, I remember one particular incident at the beginning of the project. And I went to Miss Patricia. It was someone who in the group, I don't want to put anyone's business out there, but someone needed prayer. I asked about resources and things of that nature. And when I tell you me and Miss Patricia was on that phone for, I'm talking about, I was on my knees, on my face, soaking wet, but she covered her in prayer. And the next day, the call that I got, everything had turned around. I was like, okay, God, and Miss Patricia, like, y'all work that thing out real fast, you know? But I love Miss Patricia because she reminds me so much of my grandmother.
Mm.
But her spirit is just so sweet. And she quiet too to a certain degree, but she gonna tell you, she gonna get you together too. But she do it so nicely you don't even realize she done got you together until you get out the phone and you like, wait a minute, did she just? She did. She did. Yes. So and of course, Angela,
Oh,
that's our executive of the group. Angela does her thing, and I really look up to Angela. I admire her because her heart is so big. And Keisha, you know, she is the visibility guru. She
Yes.
will design your whole life in 5.3 seconds. You like, sis, can I take notes? Because I need that life that you putting together. But man, this project was different for me. This is not my first project. It's not your first project. It's not any of our first projects.
Right.
But this one was definitely different for me. It stood out. The experience is just phenomenal. And I know we all going to the next level after this. And it's not just the project itself, it's the impact that is already being made within the project.
Mm-hmm.
It's the impact. Um, Man, the words, the reviews that we've received so far from the people who have, purchased the ebook, it's amazing. Like that's the ultimate goal of this project. Now, who is this right here? That's my mama, y'all. She got a long message for y'all. So I'm gonna let y'all. She's look. I'm gonna let y'all go back and read that because that's my mama. Y'all go read my mama message now. But before we go any further to the second half and continue to talk, I want to give Autumn her chance to tell me about what she feel about the project. And how was I as the visionary author of the project for you, outside of me and your sister, your friend?
Okay. This was an absolute blessing for me. When you mentioned the project to me, I was kind of skeptical because, well, you know what I'm going through with my memoir. So I was like, I don't really think I want to do anything with anybody else because of what went on with that. But you honed in to where I was. You related, and you just brought me on in. This was an astounding project working with women, beautiful women with beautiful stories, and I can't even begin. Miss Danny, Miss Danny, your girl, mm, amazing, amazing.
yes, love. Yes.
Um, but this project for me has helped me heal. It
Good.
has helped me heal, and I kept,
Yes,
you know,
it's fine.
I kept coming to you, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what to write about, Keisha. I don't know what to write about, Keisha, and you stayed on me, and
Yeah.
I stayed up after that phone conversation, and I got to write.
Mm.
And once I got done writing my chapter, I read back over it because throughout the chapter, I'm just boo-hooing. You know, I'm like, okay, this isn't the right words. I need to, you know what I'm saying, revamp. You know, that's the process I was going through. But you made it so smooth sailing. I'm gonna use that terminology. You were very inspiring. You were very, very much so encouraging. And I will be honored to work on another project with you. I most definitely would be honored to work on another project with these ladies as well, because these ladies they made me laugh, they made me cry, they just gave me all the emotions, and I'm absolutely grateful.
Well, y'all done told all the pros to this project. Now let me give y'all some cons. Look. Let me give y'all some cons.
Bring it.
Do y'all know how it is when life is life and for everybody? It ain't enough hours in the day, and you trying to get somebody to respond to your message.
Wait, and you in a different time zone too. Don't forget that. And you in a different
time zones. Yes. But y'all know what? And Simone is Simone
in a whole nother time zone.
In a whole nother time zone. And she works at night. Shout out to Simone Williams Young. And that's our other author that she's so quiet. You see, I just where's Simone? But Simone is in a whole different time zone. Most of us are in Eastern or Central. So it's kind of okay to balance that. But then when you throw Simone in the mix, I'm like, wait a minute, am I 2-3 hours behind? So I'm always going to the time converter, like, could I put this in there right now? Like, I don't want to wake her up. Like, but when you all do see the messages and you respond back, I greatly appreciate it. And that taught me that I needed to work on patience, you know.
Patience and tolerance, dear.
Yes, patience, because I'll get overloaded, overwhelmed, like they not responding to me, you know. But towards the end, it got a lot better towards the end because I was used to it by then. You know, I had got accustomed to you guys responding at different times because I know life for me too, but and everybody don't have their phone attached to their hip every day, all day like I do, you know, because most of my work is done from my phone. But outside of that,
and see, for me, if y'all notice, for me, y'all get your group motivation or
I'm gonna roll over and wake up to it.
2:45, 3:45, 4:45 in the morning, because I go to work at 5 a.m. Okay, I'm clocking in at 5 a.m. at 6 a.m. So my easiest time to check my email, to do, like, I pray, I meditate, I walk the dog, I do all of the rest of that stuff, and I put up my affirmations and all that stuff before I go to work, because y'all know I'm a chef, so I don't even touch my phone for 4 to 6 hours sometime until I get my first break. So I don't even know what's on my phone, and I'm all right with that. Once I get off, bam, I hit you back. But but I'm grateful that the takeaway from it was it taught you patience and tolerance. Absolutely. And that's a good thing. Believe me, it will give you an advantage later on in life.
Yes. So I definitely want to play. I'm TikTok is my friend. And I put this little TikTok together for us, and this TikTok, you've seen it, but I want to share it with the world. And this one here, it was like, it just captivated everything about the book for me. And I was able to, it was like a collective Aha, yeah, this is it. It was like the theme song for the book. So I want to share it with the wearer. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it really quick if y'all don't mind.
To introduce to you the authors of Love Language of Grief. I'm healing. Things are looking better now. I'm slowly healing. I've been suffering for such a long, long time, but I made it over and I'm healing. I'm healing. I can see the sun peeking through the clouds, and things are looking better, so much better. My storm is over now, and I'm healing.
Yeah, so that song, it spoke volumes to me because I really feel like, I don't know for you all, but for me, writing my chapter was definitely a part of my healing. It
Mm-hmm.
was,
Mm-hmm.
oh, because I've been suppressing my grief for so long. I experienced death after death after death to the point where I had no time to grieve one, because they were coming back to back to
Mm-hmm.
back to back. And they were all immediate. So this
Mm.
particular chapter gave me the opportunity to address them all collectively at one time. And it almost took me out. But I wrote it, and I really feel like I made some growth in my healing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instead of crying for my brother's birthday this year, I did cry, but I honored him with a photo shoot. I was able to write a letter of forgiveness, um, writing this chapter. So I saw some growth and progress in my healing, and I'm grateful for it. I'm so grateful because my grief was killing me literally. Um, Physically. It was really taking me
Mm-hmm.
out, and now I'm starting to release it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a never ending journey, but I can see myself evolving and moving forward now. So I'm just so grateful for that alone. But for you guys and whoever want to speak, you can speak first. But for you all, how was it writing your chapter? What personal experiences that you experienced within the writing process?
So I'll say I experienced the same thing you did, and as we said earlier, I think that was our connection because we had lost so many people in such a short time. Um, I think at that point when I had the opportunity to write, it was painful, but more so it was like, you know what, Shamika, you got to get this out. Like you have to release this because the 8 people that I lost in 2023 were all family, but one of them just so happened to be my son's grandmother, and that was my mom. I've known her since I was 15 years old, and then to lose my nephew, it was like, Lord, you said you will never give us, too much that we can't handle. But I'm like right now, everything is ticking. I'm like a ticking time bomb. So there were so many emotions that came along for me, dealing with it. But it's hard because I'm also a coach and a counselor. So it's like, hey, you have to do better. What do you tell your own clients? So for me, it was opportunity to do a reality check, and to learn patience because I'm an Aries, okay? I'm not patient. We have zero patience. And for me, it gave me that mindset of, you know what, take your time. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to sit and cry in your car, cry wherever you are, because I never took that opportunity to do that. And it was just one day I went to the restroom and I was just standing in my mirror and I just broke down so loud that my mother heard me, and she was like, "Are you physically hurt?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "My heart just hurts. I'm in pain." And she was like, "Deal with it." And I was like, oh my God, she's so tough. But then in a second, God was like, no, you needed to hear that. So I think this opportunity was a blessing because it allowed me to see what other people go through. You know, you have to step outside yourself sometimes. And it's so quick for us to say, oh, get over it, it's going to be okay. Or, hey, you know, it's okay, I'm here for you. No, sometimes we have to learn to be there for ourselves and to deal with our own emotions. And I think this project allowed me to deal with my own emotions, my own, you know, inconsistencies. And, you know, it taught me the patience that I've never wanted to have, because it's been a big journey for my mother, and my sister, because my mother was very close to my nephew. So, you know, having to deal with my own, you know, special moments, but seeing the pain that my sister goes through every time, you know, we say his name or she sees something. And then my mother just being so sensitive about it because of his situation. And I won't give that away, but it's not only just dealing with myself, but it's dealing with the people around me and in my circle. And I'm typically the one that holds everything together. I'm the person, no, it's going to be okay. But I had to take the time to do that for myself, but allow others to do it for me. So it was really a breakthrough for me.
Absolutely. I can totally agree with you on that. I am the glue. I'm the one that holds it together. I'm the one who holds everyone up. But in the midst of this project and in the midst of my healing, I had
Mhm.
to face it.
Yes.
I had to face no distractions. I didn't have to care for anyone else. I didn't have to I didn't have busy works to do. I had to face it.
Yeah, suck it up,
And
Mm.
deal with it.
man,
Yeah.
man, yes. So Tracy, how was it for you through the writing process? Because your story go deep, and I was very concerned about you um in the writing process, but you came through like a trooper. You was like, "Sis, my chapter done." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So,
Um, well, it is very difficult to lose a child, let alone lose two, right? Um, so there were moments that took me back, especially with Terrell, because Terrell was the first one to pass away, and I was home with him, and I don't want to give too much away because I go into what happened at home, but it took me it still takes me to a place sometimes because even though I'm at the place of acceptance, I'm still a mother. You know, I miss the moments. I don't get to have graduations or weddings or grandchildren or anything to that nature. So sometimes it's difficult, but writing and actually seeing it on paper, it was therapeutic, but it was also very painful. You know,
hey,
um, who's that just came in?
Miss Patricia is
Patricia.
here.
Oh,
Congratulations, ladies. We made it. And I made it.
Yes, yes,
Yay!
you did.
so I just seen somebody. So I was like, who is that? Wait a minute. But it was very painful, but it was also very therapeutic for me, right? Um, and I think I gave you right before Taekwon's birthday my chapter. Because Taekwon's birthday was June
You
5th,
did.
and um, so that was kind of a celebratory moment. for him, like a happy birthday, son kind of thing. But it 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 picked up a lot of emotions that I had thought I worked through, but I had to deal with it. I had to face it. I had to cry. I had to scream. I had to yell. My poor neighbors probably like, "What is wrong with that girl? She's always screaming and yelling in the house, or hooping and hollering and carrying on." So, but I had to feel that. I had to go through it. So it was interesting. It's still interesting because I'm still like a sea biscuit of emotion right now. Every time I read it, or every time I read one of you ladies' chapters, I'm like, oh my god, like ooh, But I'm doing it, and it's just been an interesting journey for me.
Yes,
I didn't know
one
you was
moment.
worried about me, girl. You ain't never say that. You ain't never say that to me.
Yes, because I knew what time of the month it was for you with your son's birthday. So when I received it, I know you told me that you were gonna write it around that time, and I was like, okay, I was like, I hope that's not too much for her to bear. But when you sent it to me, I'm like, what strength this lady don't have? Because like that, those moments, his birthday, those are moments where we're most vulnerable. But you mustered up strength that I don't think I ever could have had. And you birthed a beautiful masterpiece within your writing, and you did it in a vulnerable state because I knew that you were getting ready to celebrate his birthday, and you came through with flying colors, and I was just like, she sent it, she finished it, like, oh my god. And that was another level of respect and admiration that I developed for you.
Thank
I
you.
really did. So you here she go over here to fireball. I'm come over here to fireball. I'm just making my way around the board.
Wow.
Keisha, how was it for you writing your story?
I mean, to be totally transparent, I chose to write about this because I didn't want to write about all the losses that I just went through. Um, Writing about my provider journey was really easy for me, if I could be totally honest, because I had already, well, I'm still grieving. Um, I had lost two grandkids back to back. I lost my nephew in a tragedy, like car accident. I lost my aunt, who was like my mom. Um, and it all happened like month after month after month after month. So I was like trying to think of a topic to write about. And I wanted to write about my father at first. But because I'm still working through the trauma of that experience, I wasn't able to gather the story and put it together, um, without falling apart. And then part of me didn't want to remember, um, because my father was killed, by arson. And um, that's something that I could never get over. So, in my case, there was a lot of deaths that happened that I never dealt with. I thought I did. I forgave the people that caused the harm, but I never dealt with it. And so I chose my provider story as an escape. It was more like the lesser of the two, um, because of the weight. The weight of it was still heavy, but it wasn't as heavy as remembering. Um, Losing my breast, I grieved. I did grieve, and somebody need to buy me a new ring light.
Okay.
But I did grieve, and the hardest part for me was when the bandages came off. The surgery, deciding to have the surgery was easy. Going through the recovery was easy. But the moment the bandages came off, I had to relearn how to love myself. And that took a lot of work because I went through low self-esteem. I went through, who are you? Nobody's going to want you. Nobody's going to love you. You know, all of the negativity. And it wasn't until I had to turn that switch off and say, hold up, wait a minute. You are beautifully and wonderfully made.
Yes.
And own it and get up. And once I did that, I said, no, I'm changing the narrative. I'm not going to go out like that. I'm going to pick myself up with my no breast self. I'm not having reconstruction surgery. I'm not doing that yet. If I do decide to do it, it's going to be on my terms. And I'm going to live my life because I'm living because one of my friends is not able to because she died from breast cancer.
Wow.
So,
But that's so you're going to get to a point of acceptance eventually. It's no time frame, it's no rush on it. And guess what? When you ready to write about it, girl, I can write with you because I got some more stuff to say. But I wasn't, that was a great transparent moment because some of the experiences I didn't write about. And so now I'm over here thinking to myself, did I choose to omit them because I wasn't ready to face them?
right.
So you got me over here like, you need to go do some more work,
Yeah,
So I thank you for your transparency. I
absolutely.
really do. So Miss Patricia, you slid
Oh,
in on us towards the end. So we gotta give you a moment to catch
slid
up.
on in.
You slid on in. So tell us about your experience as writing your chapter. I know because you a seasoned writer. You have what 13 books out? Is this 14 for you?
Mm-hmm.
Number 14?
14. Number 14 just came out.
Yes, ma'am. So you got 14 books out.
Yes.
And how was this? Because when I read it, for me personally, when I read your chapter, you grabbed me and you held me. You comfort me
Mm-hmm.
through your chapter. You you gave me a guide to how to grieve. You let me know that it was okay to grieve and feel what I was feeling. But you also let me know that God ain't left you and he ain't forsaken you. So it was very comforting and nurturing your chapter for me.
Mhm.
So how was it for
You gonna
you
make
to
me
write
start crying. Oh wow. Wow.
it? Well, you gotta cry tonight because they done made me cry. I don't want to cry no more.
Oh wow. First of all, I like to say, ladies, I read it. My God. That's all I can say. No words. No words. I mean, each of y'all did a magnificent job because you can find yourself in each one of y'all chapters. And I am encouraging everyone to purchase it. I mean, y'all did great. My chapter was more focusing on a friend. You know, we expect a ride or die person for to be right there. But when it comes to a point, you think that your friend really knows you. But when you hit a rough patch in your life and when you have a death after death or you lose something and then not just a person, will your friend be there?
Mm,
So I
Mhm.
was more to the point of pouring myself into my friend, wanting my friend to be there to comfort me. We say we want a God there, but I was per se making that person my God in the physical realm. I needed somebody there in the physical
Mm.
realm because I knew God was going to be there for me, but I needed someone in the physical realm. But when it really hit me to write my chapter is when the person wasn't there for the funeral. When they
Mm.
said that God say don't come, and I was like, God, how
Mm.
can you tell a person not to come to console you, to be there for you? So I found myself angry at God. So God had to tell me, He say, I'm pushing the person out the way so that you can more depend on me than a rather a physical person. And so when God was dealing with me, and then I come to the realization, and He was also telling me, He said, it's no matter how long they know you and how long they have been in your life, it comes to a point they don't know what to say.
Mhm.
They really don't even want to be around you because they are, really get this, they are scared because they may say the wrong thing, not knowing just the mere presence of them being there. You don't have to say nothing, just be there. So my chapter was more for focusing on the friend. Don't expect your friend to know what to say or what to do, and if they leave, it's okay. Don't fault them because of the fact they probably don't know what to say, so then they're gonna leave. Don't get angry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Love them anyway.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
had to go through that period. And then that's when grief wanted me to separate myself from people altogether because I had a mindset that people ain't no good. I don't want to be around anybody because they are fake. So I had to allow
Mm.
God to rebuild my mindset and to really deal with me. I had to really draw closer to God, to let Him, to allow Him to, and get this, love me again, place trust in me again, and to teach me again.
Mm.
Because just that moment, I had got my eyes off of Him in the spiritual realm, and I got my eyes on the natural realm. And it's
Yep.
easy to do that. And that's why this chapter meant so much to me because I'm a minister and my family depended on me. And I had to portray a certain way so that my family could not see me break. My family could not see me cry. But when I got home and then by myself, I cried and I threw things. And the God say, take off the superwoman cape. Be
Mm-hmm.
yourself. It's
Mm.
okay. Be yourself. You are human. You're gonna grieve. You're gonna cry. Let it out. And I like what my sister said uh, before. She said, the secrets will really make you sick, and they will. What you hold inside, it will physically make you sick. So I had to come out of certain things. It's like God had to raise me out of the grave clothes because I buried myself. I lost my mom, my dad, my sister, two brothers within a 3 year span. 3 year span. And then I wasn't over my mom, and then here come my dad, and here come my sister, and then he had to literally rebuild me so that I can help somebody else. I had to lay down everything.
Mm.
I I got tired of faking it until I make it.
Oh yes, yes
Mhm.
indeed. Thank you
It
so
comes
much.
a point to where you just got to be real.
Yes,
Mhm.
Because you're going to get to that
absolutely.
point. I'm not going to fake it until I make it because you get tired of faking it. So
Absolutely.
that chapter meant so much to me. And then I say, God, if that I can just touch one person, it is worth it all. And
Mm.
I love you guys. I mean, y'all are my family now. We
Yes,
sisters for life.
yes, we are. And you know,
Yes.
just to see the feedback that we are receiving, that goal
Yes.
has been accomplished and it's still being accomplished. And I just thank God for it. I thank God for it because it is being received better than I
Yes.
imagined. Um, and like Keisha say, it definitely won't stop with just volume
No.
one. It won't.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
I know your story of your writing process because we was there together.
Yes.
We was right there together. But when I hung up that phone at midnight, I think it was about 5 a.m. that morning,
Uh-huh.
I had her chapter. And y'all done read the chapter.
Mm,
So y'all know she put it all on the line. She laid it all
mm.
out, and I was so proud
Ooh.
of her. I was so proud.
Oh,
And I just had to
girl, I'm
say
finna
that 'cause
cry
I
again.
know your story. I held your hand through this story. We walked that road together.
Oh,
And
Lord.
and for my story, for me, it was different because I write as I feel it, I speak it.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I wanted to I just feel like my normal vocabulary could not express the deepness of my feelings. So
Mm,
I wrote it in my words, and then I
mm-hmm.
went to the dictionary, and then I put up some synonyms, acronyms, and I'm sitting there like I'm putting it together, because and I'm literally in there like, yeah, that means the same thing, but I don't feel it. Like that ain't what the feeling is giving me. And I think I sent it to Angela like 3 or 4 times, and she was like, "If you send me this chapter one more time." But I was changing words in it because it was like as I read it, the word didn't put out the emotion that I was trying to display because I didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
write about I wrote about my experience, and this is another transparency moment, Keisha. I
Mhm.
don't think I reached the healing in my journey where I can just sit down and be like, this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew I had reached a point in my journey where I needed to say the things that I never got a chance to say.
Right.
Just say.
So that was a spin behind my story. That's why it was the epistles, the
Mhm.
love letters, um, because I didn't want to. I wanted to speak to the audience, but I also wanted to speak to my loved ones. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes
Mm.
sense, I wanted
Yes.
to my message that I wanted to give the world was it's okay for us to still have those conversations as if they are still here. It's okay
Mm-hmm.
for you to still acknowledge and honor because they are not here physically doesn't mean that they're not here with you because energy don't die. The soul don't
That's right.
die. The
That
spirit
part.
Mm-hmm.
lives forever. So,
Yeah.
I feel like once the world catches on to that, it will help in our healing process
Mm.
as a whole, collectively.
Right.
So that's all I got to say. And y'all, we didn't went so fast with this time. Um, maybe I should have scheduled this for a 2-hour show. But I just thank each and
At an
every one
earlier
of y'all.
time.
Oh yeah, there we go with the time zone. But you
Oh,
gotta go to bed. You gotta
God. I gotta go to bed. Oh.
I'm still at work. I'm looking at the door like, oh Lord, they keep calling me. So yeah,
go.
it was a
You
good
at
thing,
work
but I'm
and Daddy gotta get ready for work. So I look. But
No,
I
no,
think
no. The blessing is that I'm off tomorrow. So I
oh,
believe me, if I had to go to work, I would have told you, Keisha, I love y'all, but I, my pretty browns would have been closed. Okay. Oh no, I
well
no
in
longer have the luxury to think that I'm grown. Okay, 10 o'clock, me, and I got to get up at 2:45. That's not happening. I'm too old for that, honey. This body ain't doing it.
yes.
I'll be
Well this
sat in the
definitely
parking lot and turned around and come home. It's not going down.
well we gonna have to bring them back because we got so much. I know we got so much more to say. I do if y'all don't. I sit and talk to y'all
yeah.
all day. But we do want you all to still, if you have not purchased the ebook, go out and purchase the ebook. And I say go out, but just go online to the link, and I'll drop the link. Can one? I'll drop the link in the comments after we end the live.
Mhm.
You can go to the link, purchase the ebook. If you already have Kindle, you get it for free.
Hmm.
Read a chapter, read a paragraph, scroll to the end of the book, and give us your review, a great review. Help us get to bestseller. We are very, very, very close, and we want to achieve the goal. This book deserves to be a bestseller.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Yes, it does.
thank
Yes,
y'all
it
in
does.
advance for y'all support. We love you. Ladies, I love each and every one of y'all.
Love you
I
too.
That.
Y'all know that. And this ain't the end of the road because I'm gonna be in the group in the morning, like, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, so y'all ain't get rid of me that easy because like Daddy said, we did our
Right.
family. And I just love y'all, and I just wanted to take this moment for us to just be able to relax, reflect, and celebrate because we did that.
Absolutely.
We did that.
We did that.
Yeah, we
Yes, we
did.
Yeah.
did.
All right, y'all. I
So
gotta go. They
you
calling
all
me.
go,
I gotta
yes,
go.
you
Okay, Tracy.
go back to work. We love y'all. Y'all have a good night. This has been another episode of Let's Talk Grief.
Good night,
Peace.
y'all.